What is the most reliable small SUV? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, and today I'm going to rank every compact SUV from regular mainstream non-luxury brands from worst to best on a tier list for predicted reliability, with F being the worst and S being the best. We'll start things off at the bottom of the list with the first compact SUV, which definitely belongs in F tier, and that is the Jeep Cherokee. This is an all-new model which Jeep just reintroduced for 2026. And I'm going to say straight away that buying one right now would be a massive mistake for a few reasons. Firstly, Jeep's reputation for reliability is pretty abysmal. They score rock bottom in just about every reliability survey. They have massive severe recalls, their build quality stinks, and they just don't show any effort to improve. The second problem is that the Cherokee uses a brand new powertrain that's completely unproven, so it will probably be loaded with bugs, especially given that it's a hybrid, which Jeep does not have a good track record with on the Grand Cherokee or Wrangler. And finally, it uses a tiny, overstressed 1.6-liter turbocharged engine, which is just not big enough for a big, heavy vehicle like this. Put it all together and you just can't get much worse than this as far as predicted reliability goes. So that takes care of the failure ranking. Now it's time to move things up just a little bit into D tier. And the first compact SUV that falls into this category is the Ford Bronco Sport. The problem with this vehicle is its powertrain. The Bronco Sport uses Ford's infamous EcoBoost engine, either a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder on the top trim, but most trims use a smaller 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. That's again undersized and overstressed for this vehicle. The engine is known for water pump failure, coolant leaks, head gasket failure, and cracking fuel injectors. The 8-speed automatic transmission can also be troublesome and is known to fail prematurely. So all in all, just not a great vehicle for long-term ownership. And another compact SUV that belongs in D tier right next to the Bronco Sport is the Nissan Rogue. The Rogue, also known as the X-Trail in some markets, has an unfortunately unreliable powertrain, consisting of a small 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine with a continuously variable transmission or CVT. The engine has been recalled multiple times now for potential engine failure. The engine becomes so hot that it causes the bearings to seize, destroying the engine. And the Jatco-made CVT is another famously fragile weak point, known for premature failure as well. So all in all, just a pretty terrible powertrain. Now, before we move on to C tier, one product that you're most likely going to want, regardless of which SUV you decide to buy, is a high-quality set of floor liners. 3W Floor Mats sponsored this video with an incredible deal for viewers, and they sent me a full set of their custom floor mats for my friend's Honda CR-V. And I have to say, compared to the original OEM floor mats, I was really surprised because the 3W floor mats were a huge upgrade in many ways. The first thing I noticed when I opened the box was no smell at all. They are made of a safe, non-toxic material that's completely odorless, which is exactly what you want. They are also made of an incredibly durable material, which means they don't wear down easily, they don't lose their shape, and they can handle daily use like shoes, strollers, pet claws, and more without looking beat up or worn out. And when they do get messy, they are super easy to clean. Another thing that I really like is the perfect fit. These aren't generic mats. They're laser measured for each vehicle and come with built-in fasteners so they fit perfectly in the floor space. And now for the best part, at least in my opinion, is the excellent value for money. Anyone who watches my channel knows that I'm huge on getting great value for money with any product that you buy. And the 3W floor mats are definitely very well priced for what you get. And if you use the promo code below, you'll get another 35% off the regular price. So if you want to choose your own custom fit 3W floor mats for your own car, I'll put a link to the website in the description below, and make sure to use my promo code. Okay, getting back to our tier list and now moving on to C tier, the next SUV that we have is the Volkswagen Tiguan. The problem with the Tiguan is its engine. It uses the latest version of Volkswagen's E8 888 engine, which has been experiencing widespread turbocharger failure, often before the very first oil change. It is a massive problem, one that Volkswagen hasn't been able to properly explain, and Tiguan owners are often left stranded for weeks, waiting for a back-ordered turbocharger replacement. Volkswagens are certainly not known for strong reliability. They are challenging to work on, expensive to repair out of warranty, and when they introduce new models, they are often loaded with problems, which seems to be the case here. Another pair of compact SUVs which fit this description well are the next two SUVs which belong in C tier, and those are the Chevrolet Equinox and GMC Terrain. I'm putting these two together because they are mechanically identical. GM's compact SUVs have never had a great reputation for reliability, and the latest redesigned models are no different. In fact, these two received the lowest reliability scores of almost any vehicles in Consumer Reports' 2025 reliability study, which cited a variety of problems from electrical issues to transmission problems. Like many of the other SUVs mentioned so far, these two also come with a very small 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, which can potentially have problems too. So sadly, the Equinox and Terrain are another pair of SUVs that are safest to avoid. Okay, time to brighten this list up a little bit by moving things up to B tier. And the first vehicle which falls into this category is the Mitsubishi Outlander. As far as reliability goes, the Outlander has proven to be a pretty solid made SUV. It is fairly well sorted and doesn't have any significant reliability concerns, which is especially true of the plug-in hybrid version, which has a pretty simple naturally aspirated 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine that works as a generator for the equally robust hybrid system. The regular gas version, however, is a notch lower, largely because it does use the same risky Jatco CVT as the Nissan Rogue. And for 2026, Mitsubishi has introduced a new small displacement 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine as the standard engine option, which is disappointing. So B tier seems fair for this one. And another pair of compact SUVs which also belong in B tier are the Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage or Sportage. I'm putting these two together because they are mechanically identical SUVs. In the past, both Hyundai and Kia would have definitely ranked far lower, likely in F tier because engine failures were so incredibly common. These latest generation models, however, have proven to have turned a corner, and the new 2.5-liter SmartStream engine that Hyundai and Kia now use seems to be free of oil consumption, knocking, and engine failure problems that the older New and Theta engines suffered from. The hybrids are also proving to be holding up very well, so Hyundai and Kia seem to be slowly moving in the right direction, although more time is certainly needed before they can be ranked any higher than B tier. Which brings us to A tier. Now this is the first group of compact SUVs that you can buy with strong confidence, knowing that they have proven track records for very strong reliability. And the first compact SUV that belongs in this category is the Honda CR-V Hybrid. I'm specifically focusing on the hybrid version, which is the far superior drivetrain in the CR-V. It uses a naturally aspirated 2-liter four-cylinder engine with no turbos. It has a very simple yet robust hybrid system, and it does not have a transmission, which eliminates a major potential failure point. Honda has been making hybrids for over 25 years, and they have the technology sorted out. So the CR-V Hybrid is a tough one to beat from a reliability standpoint. Another compact SUV which definitely belongs in A tier is the Subaru Forester. The Forester uses one of the most reliable powertrains that Subaru has ever made, a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder boxer engine that has been in production for over a decade now. It is a very well-sorted engine that can run high mileage with ease. The transmission is a belt-driven CVT, which is probably the weakest link here. But thankfully, Subaru CVTs seem to be holding up well and are largely trouble-free now. Subaru also has one of the best all-wheel drive systems available. So all in all, this is a solid A-tier choice. And with that, that brings us to S tier, which are the very best of the best. And the first compact SUV which belongs in this category is the Mazda CX-5. Like the Forester, the CX-5 uses a very well-proven, well-sorted powertrain, a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine that has been around for nearly 15 years. And problems with it are very rare. The same is true of the conventional 6-speed automatic transmission, which is extremely robust. In fact, there isn't a better powertrain out there for reliability if you want a regular gas vehicle. The CX-5 is the absolute best you can get in 2026. Unless you want a hybrid SUV, in which case the compact SUV which belongs in S tier has to be the Toyota RAV4. For 2026, the RAV4 is only offered as a hybrid, and it is peak for reliability with regards to its hybrid system, which is the best on the market. It uses a very well-proven, naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, combined with a robust hybrid system and a bulletproof planetary gear eCVT. This powertrain is in its 5th generation of constant improvements over 25 years, and it is known to run for well over 200,000 miles or over 300,000 kilometers trouble-free with ease. So whether you want a regular gas engine or a hybrid, Mazda and Toyota have you covered at the top of the pack in the compact SUV segment. So there you have it. Now, after watching this tier list, do you agree with my choices, or are there any SUVs that you would have moved up or down the list? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more tier lists, whether it's subcompact or mid-sized SUVs, sedans, or other vehicle categories, let me know and I'd be happy to make it happen. If you got value out of this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely hit that hype button. And if you're planning to purchase a vehicle and you live in Ontario, know that OMVIC is the vehicle sales regulator responsible for administering and enforcing the rules that dealerships must follow. To learn more about your consumer protection rights, visit omvic.ca. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.